out there enjoys reading ebooks, and maybe you don't have a Kindle or a Kobo reader right now. Maybe you don't like reading on your phone because you get distracted by all the notifications coming in. How would you like a small e-reader like this? This is the DuRoBo Krono. Yeah, it's kind of a weird name, but it is an e-ink device. It's an e-reader, but it has some other features built in too that may or may not be useful. Let's go over there, take a look at what comes with it, the features, how well it works, and then what I like about it and what could use some improvement. Let's go. The Chrono comes in two colors, black and white. It has a 6.13-inch display. There aren't any buttons on the front surface at all. This side has what is called the smart dial. It rotates freely and you can press it in, and it has multiple functions. When this is turned on, you can use it to adjust the backlight, and you can hold and press it to start the voice recorder. And sometimes on some screens, depending on what you're in, you can use it to scroll through a screen. Now on the opposite side, we have the power button and the volume rocker button. And on top, there is a microphone. And on the bottom, there are the speakers and a USB-C port for charging. And you can also use it to copy files to and from the device. To turn it on, all you do is just press this button. And you can see that it blinks because it is an e-ink display. You see how to get back to the home screen. There's the home screen. It's very basic. You can have some widgets up top. There's a calendar, and you scroll through them. There's a clock, a digital kind of old school clock. And there's a time and calendar. And then you have this very basic menu. For the built-in features, there's an e-reader feature, there's a music player, there is the Spark, which is your voice recorder, the Libby AI, which will let you use your voice or type to ask questions to an AI, and then you have your apps and your settings. So let's go into apps. Now this is an Android device, so it does come with the Play Store pre-installed. That means that you can go into the Play Store and you can look up any Android app and install it on here. Of course, this is an e-ink display. It's not color, so just keep that in mind. I mean, you're not going to enjoy playing games on here or even probably watching TikTok videos or YouTube videos just because it's an e-ink display and it just displays things differently. Now if we go back to the home screen, let's go into the Spark. You can see I've got 3 files in here that I've done, so I'm going to do one right now. I'm going to hold this button down, and that's going to start a recording. You can see that it's counting up. This is a test. This is only a test. Hello world, this is a test of the DuRoBo Krono e-reader. Let's see what this test is like. And if I press the button again, it stops the recording. And then that's up at top, so we can play it. And that's going to start a recording. You can see that it's counting up. This is a test. This is only a test. Help. So you see how that worked? Now if you hold your finger down on one of the voice notes, you can pin it, rename it, or transcribe the text. Let's do the transcribe to text. Now it pulls it up and then you have to hit start transcription. And it's going through the audio file and it's turning it into text. And it does a pretty good job of that. You can also use the AI summary. If you click that, it's going to summarize that short bit of text. And it's saying please wait. And I have found that the AI features on this device are kind of slow. You wouldn't think that it would take that long to give me a summary. There it did. And the summary probably looks about as long as what I actually recorded and it was transcribed. But you get the idea. So now let's go back to the home screen. Let's go into the Libby AI. Now that's your assistant. So let's do a new Libby question. So you have to hold down the button and ask a question. What's the weather like today in Columbus, Indiana? And you let go, and it says it's thinking. And we're going to do this in real time just to see how long it takes for it to come back with an answer. Because like I said, it feels like it's kind of slow to me. Let me know what you think. Okay, there's the answer. Now, I found this to happen before. I don't know if you can read this. I'll try to be still. Okay, it says the high today is around 81 degrees, and it says the current temperature is 78. It's January here in southern Indiana, and there's no way in heck that today's high temperature is 81 degrees. It's actually about 50 degrees, and it's just warmer than normal today. So I don't know where it got this information, but it is wrong. And it does say Columbus, Indiana. It doesn't say Columbus, Ohio, or some other Columbus. So, you know, I guess you have to take some of this stuff with a grain of salt. And I've noticed that the AI won't do things like, if I say, hey, can you find in my voice notes where I've talked about such and such? It can't access them. So all you can do is just ask kind of basic questions. And I don't know if that's helpful or not. Let's go back to the home screen again. Now, there is built in an e-reader and a music app, but you have to import your music and your ebooks into it using a USB cable. And I don't know how else to get the files into it. It doesn't play nice with my MacBook. When I plug it in, it's not showing up as a mounted drive. Even when I use some of the Android tools that I use with other Android devices. So I haven't been able to get that to work yet, but I hope to be able to do that in the future. But you can use apps like Spotify, or for me, I just installed the Google Play books. And when I did that, it lets me look at the books that I have installed in my Google Play library, and I can just click them and start reading. And this is where this device doesn't feel sluggish. You can tap to turn pages. Whoops. It turns pages relatively quickly. I have no problem with that. As an e-reader, I think it's okay. You would think that you could use this to turn, this dial on the side to turn the pages, but no, that does not work. At least it does not work with the Google Play books. And then you can go back to the home screen. Now, if you look here on the back, it's got a unique looking design with this kind of rod here that goes across the back. And you can also see that it has these little segments right here. They are what's called breathing lights, and it's a feature specific to the reading app, the built-in reading app, that is supposed to give you a reminder of when to read, and it's supposed to help you understand your reading goals. So I've been using this for a couple weeks now, reading some books, using the Google Play Store Books app, not the built-in one, because I still can't get books or music imported into this. I keep trying to connect it with my MacBook and no luck. I even plugged in a USB SSD into it and it could see that, but it couldn't import MP3 files or my EPUB books. It wouldn't let me do it. So I don't know if this thing still isn't ready for prime time with some of these features, but as an e-ink Android device, which is basically what it is, it works okay. Navigating around this interface, the touch interface, to me, it feels sluggish. Sometimes I'll tap on apps and it will bring up the reader, the reading app. I didn't touch that. I wanted to go into the whole list of apps, and it's kind of confusing to me what's up with that. And I don't think that the Libby AI is really worth it. Uh, yeah, I don't. I think it's slow, and I already showed you that the answer it gave was like, what the heck? But anyway, the price for this thing right now is 249 pounds, 249 pounds, which is what? Is approximately about the same thing in US dollars? Would I pay $249 for this? No, I would not. I would just use my phone, which does everything better with a great screen. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wanted to like it. I really did. And I gave it a shot, but it just doesn't seem to be all that. If it was like $100, yeah, I'd say go ahead and do it, especially if you want a pocketable e-reader. But other than that, yeah, I don't think so. I'm sorry, DuRoBo, but your Chrono needs some worko. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was useful for you. Let me know in the comments below, what do you use to read ebooks? Do you use your phone most of the time? That's kind of what I do. Or do you have a favorite e-ink e-reader? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, I hope you have a great day.